Shreking is a recently popularized Gen Z dating term that describes the act of dating someone you are not attracted to based on the assumption that they will treat you better. It suggests that dating down in looks with the hopes of finding a more devoted partner.
So now I need to rethink about some of my exes because kind of hurts my feelings.
There exists a subgroup, the nice guy. A dying breed of chivalrous, romantic, domesticated gentlemen whose qualities are desired by the opposite sex. Allegedly. However, they are dismissed and confined in such concepts as the bestie, work husband, and the dreaded friend zone. Joe, Jason, and Manny are the last of the nice guys.
Hello, and welcome to another stupendous, wonderful episode of The Last of the Nice Guys podcast. I felt like I should start it off with a little bit of music. Contrary to belief, we actually like listening to stuff. It's amazing. And we're not always here for other stuff, but we're here.
Okay, Macho Man Randy Savage. I don't know what that was.
Oh, yeah!
Oh, yeah. Start with the Slim Jim. Okay. Thank you guys for tuning into another, whatever this is, of Last of the Nice Guys podcast. I'm Jason. That's Manny. And we're just going to get right into it. Today's topic is Shreking. I heard about it on social media, of course. I've said this many times, but you ladies are freaking great. You guys are great. Before we get into it, I'm gonna give you the definition of it. Okay, what does Shreking mean? Okay, Shreking is a recently popularized Gen Z dating term that describes the act of dating someone you are not attracted to based on the assumption that they will treat you better. This is inspired by the character Princess Fiona's relationship with the ogre Shrek. It suggests that dating down in looks with the hopes of finding a more devoted partner. However, experts note that this strategy can backfire as there is no guarantee that an unattractive partner, and this is on air quotes, by the way, will be more caring, and the term can apply to that of a person who's tied down by their parents. So basically, it's another version of dating down. The term refers to choosing a partner who is considered less attractive than you, similar to whatever. Or, it could be dating down, could be also financial, it could be status and all the other crap. This is problematic for many reasons. I'm gonna give you my deep V shirt. I'm gonna give my impression. But have you heard of this before I brought it up or sent that little post in our group chat?
I've heard of the terminology used. I've never knew it was like a trend.
It was a thing.
Yeah, I never knew it was like a trend. So it's very interesting though.
Yes.
So now I need to rethink about some of my exes because kind of hurts my feelings.
And good. And you said exactly. I said it in the group chat that I said this makes so much sense. Okay. I've gone through a little weight change, okay, and over the course of the last 3 years, but before I stopped dating, which was of course 3 years ago, I was kind of on fire in a way, meaning I had, I was dating a lot. I had a lot of prospects,
Just call it what it was. You were a serial dater.
I was a serial dater. So I was a serial dater, but I had more attention from females up until 3 years ago than I had probably my entire 20s. And at that time, I looked arguably my worst. I was my heaviest. I was 80 pounds heavier than I am now. I was very, very, very roundy. I wasn't really necessarily keeping up with my why did I go to hygiene? It's not hygiene, to grooming. There you go. No, it's not true. I washed my ass, okay, at least daily because I had an in-office job at the time. But I'm being real. I was a serial dater, but the fact of the matter is, to be a serial dater, you have to what? actually attract women, women, or you have to attract the opposite sex. And I was doing it in droves, both on the dating apps and in person. And I was like, wait a minute, this may not be very new. Could it be possible that these ladies were dating me and or pursuing a relationship with me? Because some of them were really, well, not really attractive, but some of them were definitely like, here's Oompa Loompa, and then here's like, okay, well, one of those couples you'd say, why is she dating him? Potentially. And I'm not putting myself down, I'm just keeping it real. I know how dumpy I looked as recent as 3 years ago. And I was like, were these women Shreking? Were they saying, okay, look, this is he's a homely looking guy, but he seems nice, and maybe he'll treat me better than what I'm used to, which could explain why they didn't really last very long. Because usually we typically date different and then go back to what we want to do. So I've kind of been in like in a not a I don't really care anymore, but like I was say, hey, I wonder if that was the case. Actually, I would love to have reached out to a few and be like, listen, did you date me because you thought I was less attractive than you, and you just thought I'd be a nice guy? Because let's be real. I was a nice guy. I well, not back then, but I was a good guy, and I did treat the ladies that I dated with respect, a little bit of romance, and I was a decent boyfriend. So that gamble paid off for them until they decided to walk off. So I'm wondering, like, were you? It's a term I call it slumming it. Were you slumming it? Now they're calling it shrekking. So it's funny that you said that because I've been thinking about that. I was like, I wonder if and I insert name here because there were a few of them. There were a few of them. I was a serial dater. You're right. So it's interesting.
I was just joking. I
Thoughts?
don't I don't I don't have any questions.
Because you were married for 18 years, you don't even know what the dating landscape looks like.
Was I married for that long?
I have no idea. But it but
Holy
but 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 it
crap, the
was
thunder is crazy, bro.
okay. Oh, that's
Sorry.
the thunder. Oh, because we're
All
because we're
I
invo because we're invoking the name of your former marriage. Got it.
we're invoking something because all I heard was and that
Well, I
wasn't my
hear I
stomach.
hear I hear it too, and you're nowhere near me, so
So
it must
damn.
be. Yeah, it's happening. But
I
yeah,
can't
yeah. So
I
being
can't say
married
that
for
I
being married for 30 years, like you have, like that's gotta be it's.
yeah, I've been married my entire life. I was
He's
came out the
amazing.
womb
He
with a
came in the
wedding ring.
room, and he
And
was he was on his knees.
before
That's what she said.
before I walked, I was on a knee. You know what I'm saying?
You better believe it,
Yeah,
on both knees.
I was.
What?
Whoa, slow down. That's politically incorrect.
That's crawling. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like
What?
I
Okay, let
didn't.
me stop you right there. What is with the friggin' hoodie? Like,
It's cold,
what
bro.
are you
I
going
have
through
a.
right
All
now?
right, listen. You don't have a bald head, so you don't understand what it and how it feels to be cold here. I do. So this needs to be covered because it's fucking cold. Okay, I'm sorry if you don't like it.
This the scalp temperature is real. That's stupid. I can't with you. That is the dumbest thing. Oh my God.
Listen, the truth
Stop
is
it.
what the truth is. Okay, stick your head in some cold water and keep it in there. See how you feel. Because there's nothing protecting this.
Dude,
Okay.
that is the funniest thing. I don't know. You just looks mad sus right now just with this hoodie talking about Shreking and stuff like that. So, I mean,
Back in the day when I used to Shrek, you know what
back
I'm
in the
saying? Like
day,
I did a
everybody.
reverse Shrek, yo. I did a Fiona, you know what I'm saying? But back when Fiona looked like this right here. You know what I'm saying?
But here's the thing about this. And it's something that we had played before. I think you submitted it in our group chat. This shirt sucks. Okay. Um,
And all because, and I wanted to make a comment earlier. I was like, I was gonna say, I was always asking why someone was dating you so that you could start feeling bad about yourself so you could wear stupid shirts like that. Just wanted to put that out there.
I listen, this man, I'm in my bed because my studio's downstairs, ladies and gentlemen. I'm in my bed upstairs. I'm just finishing an assignment. I'm, doing some professional development, and he says, "Oh, I'm ready to go." So I just throw on a shirt, and I didn't realize it was the deepest V that I have like ever in my life.
The
And this
deepest
shirt is
D.
got like it's ill-fitting. It's ill-fitting, okay? It's ill-fitting. And it's just ridiculous. You know when those there's a Downy commercial I think.
Oh yeah.
And she goes, thanks for dressing up. He goes, because the V, and this is supposed to be a V, but now it's become like a weird U. Like
But
this shirt is rough.
the tagline says something like you're too comfortable or you something
Uh-huh.
laundry if you're your shirts, your
Right, if your
collars
shirt,
look like
if your
this.
colors look like that, and so my shirt is all busted right now. And I keep pulling it back, and I can now feel a breeze back here because
Yeah.
the deep
See
V,
now, how's your back feel? Huh?
but my back is
Bitch.
skin. Like it's supposed to feel. I'm supposed to feel a breeze, not my friggin' scalp where I'm wearing
Okay.
a.
Well, but think about that on a whole another sensory level, and then you got this.
I. So here's the thing, and I think either you had shared it once where it was a podcast or a talk show, and the guy was like, "Listen." Would you talking to women, would you date a guy that worked at McDonald's? And they'd all say no. And then they reverse it. Would you date a girl who worked at McDonald's? And the guys would say, hell yeah. And it would say that men are the ones that date down because men would date down, women date up all the time.
Yeah,
So
that was on the whatever podcast. The question was, would you
mhm,
ever date for ladies? Would you ever date a guy who flips fries at Burger King,
right.
or would you date a guy who lives at home with his mom?
Hmm.
Would you date a guy who doesn't have a car? And
Right.
all the answers were no. And
Right.
men were like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, we didn't care.
We
So
don't care.
men typically date down in a reality. You know, you'll see a Fortune 500 guy date a chick probably who worked at McDonald's and build her up only because we're visual creatures and working at McDonald's does not take away whether you know are attractive quality to you, but for women it's multifaceted. Like it's not just I want to be physically attracted to you. I want to be physically attracted to you, and you also have to have 11 to 22 to 55 different other additional criterias to keep me or get me. But what do you feel about this whole dating down thing? I mean, it's giving the, and I use this word very sparingly,
Wow,
the
did you really just
uggos.
say that?
What?
It's giving.
What?
It's giving energy. It's giving me feelings.
I don't get it.
That's a new thing, bro. That we're too old for that. I would never use that shit.
What are you talking about?
You just said it's giving.
Yeah, it's a turn of
That is
phrase.
right, correct. From like today's world. That's we're too old for that. I'm not using that.
So
I
what
think
so what so what phrase would you use as opposed to it's giving? Because it is presenting, it is
there you go.
implying.
There you go.
Now
Not
you
as
made me lose my
giving.
entire train of thought. I had a
Because listen,
whole
you're not giving
powerful
me
statement.
anything. Okay. You're not. I'm not getting anything to be given. Okay. If it's feeling some kind of way,
It
it's
is
feeling something.
presenting an
Thank you.
opportunity
Damn it.
to,
Look at my
what we call the
what's it called?
uggos or the unattractive or the less whatever. But then at the same,
PowerPoint.
guys, and I'm being very sparing because attractiveness is subjective. But is that good? You know what I'm saying? That means that you're not dating me because you see my potential or whatever. You're dating me because you say, okay, well, you're beneath me, so you're gonna treat me right, kind of a thing. But again, there is no correlation between attractiveness and I guess behavior or any of that nonsense or or how like the whole phrase a way a man treats his mom is the way he treats his lady. I don't know. There's not. I mean, sure, maybe, but.
Hell nah. I'll never tell my mom to make me a sandwich or I'll smack her in the face. But I tell
Damn.
you,
God damn. See what I'm saying? There you go, ladies.
I
Date,
love mama.
date,
Mama, I love you.
ladies.
I
I
don't
said
love
date.
whoever
I
you are
call
though.
them daties. Ladies, you need to date sideways. It's funny because at the same time, wasn't there like a thing that I sent to you guys where it was the oh my God, whatever curve it was, the attractiveness curve, where the fives because men date down. So like the nines and the 9 and 10 guys date the
Oh
seven
yeah,
and
that chart.
sixes.
That
Right. They
chart.
date the seven and sixes. So the seven and sixes think they're higher. So they don't date their seven and sixes. So the seven and sixes have to date the fives and fours. And the fives and fours won't date. So it wasn't horizontal. Everybody had to date down.
No, and then
Women were dating up.
everybody on the women's side,
We're,
anybody
we're,
on the
we're
lower
aiming
half
up. Right.
was aiming up towards
Right.
10.
Exactly. They're all aiming up towards like 2 or 3 notches above them. And so they weren't.
No, higher than that.
Whatever happened to real? Okay, yeah. So what if I'm just dating laterally? You're on my level, I'm on your level. Bam, we relate. Why would you want to date up or down
Well,
in
because the
general?
problem is, and unfortunately, because of today's society, a
Hmm.
lot of women think they're a lot higher on the spectrum than they actually are. They think that they are the prize of God's prize to men and all this other stuff or
Well,
whatever
because
when
because
they
be-
ain't nothing because
because
they don't have nothing.
but because social media and all this interconnectivity has made that happen. There's not a single woman unless you like are I don't even know what that doesn't have some thirsty guy slipping into your DMs, making you feel like you are the prize. You're amazing. And mind you guys, you know me, I'm very critical of women, but it's men who did this. Men did this shit.
Mm-mm.
Only okay, who didn't? Yes, they did.
Not only just men did it, because
How so?
men fed into the egos of women, which led to this, but also the whole girl power movement and the whole girls got each other's back movement, because the pretty girl
Uh-huh.
will lie to her ugly friend and call her pretty, which also
Right.
boosts that ego. So
You're absolutely right. But here's the
it's
thing though.
not just men.
If you're only getting accolades from women, but you're attracted to men, and you aren't getting the same accolades from or the same affirmation from men, you'd be like, girl, that you're full of shit. You're lying to me. You have to
Not
be fueled.
necessarily.
I believe so. I don't believe and I don't believe women. I mean, they have to be super egotistical. That's just not from it's people that they will believe their own hype, but then not, but if it's not reciprocated from what they want to attract, or they're not attracting what they believe they should be attracting, that their ego could be maintained. You have to the females supporting each other's and this girl power female, they can start the fire, but the men have to continue to feed the fire. You got to give it the coal, the wood chips, everything like that. If you don't, the fire dies out because you need something to burn with it. And I'm sorry, but the men. Most men. That's why OnlyFans took off. OnlyFans didn't take off because of women. OnlyFans took off because of men. You know,
Who started OnlyFans though?
a man.
Exactly.
Right, but okay though. But if a man
Little
started it,
pervert sitting in his grandma's basement.
correct. Correct. And hey, listen, get it, guy. What I'm saying though is that it's that's why these women make money. They don't make money from other women. They make money from men. Men are the ones that are feeding into this crap. So yes, you know, your girlfriend tells her friend, you know what, girl, you got some pretty feet. Put your feet on OnlyFans. You're gonna make money because your feet are so are lovely. I love them. Blah blah blah. Girl power. I'm gonna help you. Whoa whoa whoa. But if she doesn't get a single subscription and doesn't make a single dime, she's not gonna keep putting out feet content because just because her girlfriends are hyping her up, but she's not seeing any ROI, return on investment from anything. That's what I believe. It's men. I'm sorry, guys, and I don't usually do this, but with some accountability. Get out of the DMs. Stop falling for these thirst traps. That's why I think I'd mentioned it before that part of my healing, being saved, is I'll go on my social medias. I've been doing this for years now. And I didn't realize until after I decided to stop dating that my feed on both Facebook and Instagram was just a bunch of thirst traps. One by one, I'll see a thirst trap, I'll be like, damn, you fine, unfollow. And now my rule is if I don't know you personally, you don't or you don't interact with my posts, I never have, then there's no reason for us to be following each other or for me to be following you. I've unfollowed so many, and there's still so many. I'll still keep scrolling, and be like, damn, who are you? You are fine, but I gotta unfollow. You have to stop getting caught by these thirst traps. You gotta stop giving unsolicited compliments. You gotta stop saying, hey girl, I'll do whatever I want for you. I'm guilty of this shit. Manny is not because again, he was married for 30 years. But the fact is, though, is that
No, that's definitely not the reason.
the typical man, no, the typical man, we fall for this stuff. We got to get out of that because once they realize, okay, we're not. It's funny. There was an article I sent it to you guys too that it was the first all women, all female club. Only females were allowed, and it's I don't know if it was a joke or not. It said it shut down after the opening weekend because not a single person bought a bottle.
That's pretty funny.
Not a single. The club shut down after that another weekend because not a single woman bought a bottle. Because bottle service is where the real money comes from. And nobody bought a bottle, and that was it. And it shut down. That's what it is. Women may support each other, but the men hype that shit up. We've got to get out of this shit because here we go, Shreking. So, what do you think when it comes down to a woman dating you, and you know she probably is out of your league, and technically nobody's out of anybody's league, but come on, all right? What should a guy do? Should he just say, you know what, I'll take this opportunity, hell yeah, or and I'll be the best guy ever? Because I remember I used to be like that. I used to be like, you know what, I like this girl. All right, she's not digging me. I'm gonna stay in her orbit. I'm gonna be the best guy she knows, so she knows that I'm worth the time. Now with Shreking, this is exactly what's going on. What would you say to a guy knowing that this is real, attracting the attention of somebody that he knows in his heart is probably above his league? How would you feel he would? What should he do? Come on, Dr. Mandy, give us a little something.
So the first thing I would do is find out why the hell this individual is attracted to you or giving you attention.
Well, it's because you're so
Because,
nice and you were so persistent.
but
So I think I'm gonna give you
here's
an
the thing.
opportunity.
Shut your mouth. Here's the thing.
You asked the question. I gave you an answer. I gave you a
I did not
typical.
ask the question. What I
Yes, you
said
did.
was you
I
need
would,
to find out why. I didn't ask the question.
okay, fine. Well, I gave you an
You gave me an
unsolicited
unsolicited
answer.
opinion, sir.
No, an unsolicited answer. But a typical one you would hear from a woman in this
But
climate.
but so here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
Here's the thing about being nice and dating down or whatever and whatever what have you, Shreking situation.
I'm
If you're
giving a
too nice
chance.
and you're that's the reason that somebody actually gives you, it's because they've never had that kind of attention or action, what would you call it? Action type personality in their life. So they're feeding off of it. It's really negative because once you stop or you slip up or whatever the case is, it's over. And they're gonna be like, you're not the same. You haven't been doing this the same. And 9 out of 10 times, that's a really quick way to throw yourself into the friend zone anyway. So when somebody that you believe is above your I almost said pay grade.
Above your pay grade.
Your dating grade,
Mhm.
let's call it that, gives you attention. The first thing I would say is just find out what they're looking for and why they're giving you said attention because they could just be feeding off of that energy because there are a lot of people out there that feed off of other people's
There
energies.
is no woman. There is no woman, no decent, typical woman that would tell a guy, honestly, I'm dating you because I think you're significant, you're less attractive than me. You wouldn't get somebody like me, and
No, of course not.
because of that, I expect you to, I anticipate that you'll treat me right because you don't want to lose me because you know I'm probably the best you can get. That's what they're saying. So I respect your answer or your advice, but you're not gonna get that. No woman. You have women that oh I didn't want to reject him, so I ghosted him. Remember I said it. Women lack accountability. They do, and so to expect them to be like to be honest with you, and then even if they aren't honest with you, you know, what are you gonna do? There was a movie called She's Out of My League. You ever seen that movie?
Yeah.
That's probably like the movie equivalent of Shreking. She slamming hot woman, very nerdy guy, and she gave him a shot because she was so used to, shitty guys or attractive guys, and they either would cheat or would not cheat. But he seemed like a safe bet, dating the safe guy. Now, sure, in the end, she really fell in love with him, and that does not happen. But that's what Shreking is. It's that movie, and the guy, of course, got deep into it himself and was like, this is ridiculous. Like, you're out of my league. Like, what are we doing here? And he freaks himself out. I can see that happening as well. It arguably happened to me with a girl several years ago. Arguably happened to Joe a few years ago too, where we were dating women that we just were so attracted to, and because of that, we got into our own heads, dare I say, our own insecurities, kind of a thing. So
So
it's kind of
it's
messed up.
It's happened to me a few times. Well, actually, let me retract that statement. It's
I
never
was
happened to me because I've been married my entire
30,
life.
30 years, right? 30 whole.
So my ex-wife, right? Because we're not married anymore.
Right, right.
She I guess was shrekking me my entire life because when I looked like a baby and she married me, right? It's like what the hell are you doing? I was
Yeah, yes, that's
fat.
right, that's right.
I had a
There's no,
mushy face.
there's nothing
I was
safer than a baby.
right, and I was drooling all over my like what is that about?
The
And then
saliva game
now
was on point.
all right, so now that I'm on, I'm older now, I'm questioning certain things. I
Yeah,
should probably
you
call
should,
her
you
later and
should.
find out what the hell was going on
I don't,
when
I
she
don't, I
decided to
don't, I
marry
don't,
me
I don't approve of that.
30,
No, I don't approve
38
of that.
years ago.
I don't approve of that.
Um, I'm gonna because
I
I
don't approve.
need
I don't approve of that.
I need
I
answers.
need closure. I need
I
closure.
I don't need to be closed, sir. I'm closed already.
This is what happens when his when his scalp is cold. This is this is what happens.
You don't
But I know.
understand, okay? And
Uh-huh.
you'll never get it. But on a serious note, you're correct. You'll never get an honest answer from a woman, um, that is hiding her intentions, especially when she's trying to figure certain things about herself and changes in her life. Because not for nothing, every person has a type. However, women only go for their type. Men actually, we don't give a damn. We're just like we have preferences, yes, but we don't have that list that we go by every individual that needs to check off when we start dating them or whatever. Women do. And unfortunately, it's that concept um doesn't fit into the whole Shreking thing because clearly your list does not. This is not checking off anything on your list. Maybe the bottom, the very bottom last item that's like not important. Like he's
Shreking,
nice,
Shreking is a form of desperation for a woman trying to reverse her poor choices in men.
right?
That's what it is.
And that's the idea of this problem.
So of course he's not going to check most of the boxes or any of the boxes because that's the point. She wants a safe bet, and she wants a guy who's going to treat her like a princess and treat her blah 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 blah. Blah. It's kind of why younger women will date a much older man because they know that the much older man would not be able to get a woman that's hot and will probably treat her like a princess to keep her around, to keep her happy because, he's got, one, it's an opportunity for him, and two, there are guys her age or whatever that she might get involved with. So it's kind of like, I don't want to say it's something like manipulative, but
It's a form of
it's
manipulation.
it's innocent and it's manipulated in the exact same way because I understand it. I'm not hating on it. I get it. Where you have to alter your dating process. I did it. I did. I remember one time in my dating life, I chose to date exclusively single mothers because I had two kids, and I was like, well, no single woman's going to want to date a guy with two kids who's that involved with their kids. Like I know that I came to this conclusion because I was dating my age, and these women would find out that I had two kids. Okay, they kind of sketched them out, but then when they found out that I had them half the time, they'd be like, oh, you're that guy. There's a threshold. There's like, oh, you see your kids and you do for them. That's great. Oh, you're involved. I want to be a stepmommy. I'm not really sure I'm going to be involved. What do you mean half the time? And that means I got to split my time. Oh, it's not every other weekend. So I stopped dating single women without kids. And for a few years, I exclusively only dated women with kids. And that was terrible. But I continued on for a while because I thought, okay, well, no one else is gonna do it. So I get the whole altering what you do and what you don't do to date to try and achieve a goal of happily ever after. I respect it. But in this case, you're actively, I don't want to say belittling but you're actively looking down upon your partner and you're looking at them that you're gonna treat me nice because
Right.
you are lesser than me. I
And that's
can't
why
see that
that's why
being
I said it's
sustainable.
manipulated.
I
It's
can't see this being
very
sustainable.
you can't.
How can you sustain a relationship where you look at this person and say I'm the best you can get? Genuinely, whether I mean you're not you're doing it subconsciously.
Anybody that says that is manipulating the
Well,
situation in
it'd
their
be
favor anyway.
subconscious. Of course, most women are gonna look at you and wake up every morning and be like, ugh, you know, you can't do better than me. No, but it's subconscious. It'd be in there. How would that make for a
That's
good
not subconscious,
foundation?
that's very conscious because you're dating down to the point where you know that he's not gonna cheat on me because he's not gonna do any better than me. So that's a conscious
Okay, it's conscious,
yeah, that's a conscious
but then
thought.
when you say it like that, then that's malicious. It's deliberate.
Correct.
And
And most of the times it is deliberate because unfortunately, if it's not the first time it's happened, the reason why they kept going back to this is because they know they can get that sense of um I'm not going to get cheated on. I'm not going to be treated horribly. So that kind of again feeds into the natural ego that human beings have,
right.
unfortunately.
So then
Um
Shreking is inherently selfish of women. That's pretty much what we're saying
can
then.
be, yes, because what is the purpose of doing it without having the idea of doing it? You know what I'm saying? Like
But Dr. Manny,
you don't consciously this is Dr. Manny talking, first of
uh,
all. You don't
but
consciously you don't consciously go up to somebody and be like, God damn, you're ugly as hell, but you know what? You seem nice. Let me date you. Let's date. You gonna make me feel
but
good.
Dr. Manny, yes, I wasn't attracted to him at first, but we got together and real natural love came from it. It came naturally. Isn't that the right way to get into a long-term healthy relationship?
It's never natural when something has to be forced. If you have to force yourself to be in a situation that you never wanted to be in the first place, there's nothing natural about that. And
Happiness
I
through aversion, happiness through perseverance.
perversion.
Ooh, ooh, I hate this shirt.
I have a friend of mine way back in the day that she started dating a guy, actually a Shrek. He was a taller, heavy set guy, but dude had a lot of money. And
That's not the same thing, but okay.
no, but it is kind of the same thing
It
because she
isn't
was
because money, if you the more money you have, the uglier you can be. Obviously,
okay.
I'm keeping it real. That's not Shreking. Shreking is dating down both in stature and attractiveness. So you can't I mean I want you to tell a story, but know that the more money you make is the hella more attractive you get to women. You know that. You know
Yeah,
that.
very true. I guess the green does kind of offset everything else.
Exactly.
But
Whoa. Tell the story.
but
Tell the story though.
she I would always ask her, I'm like, hey, how are you and your boyfriend doing this and that, whatever. And she's like, oh, he treats me nice. He buys me things. He takes me on trips. But he's kind of ugly, but it's okay. I'm like, how do you consciously say that about
Yeah.
somebody that you're with?
Yeah.
But in
Yeah.
that sense, it's like it's the same thing as Shreking. If you're dating in a lesser stature and you're consciously doing it to make yourself feel better or to vindictively think that I'll never get hurt. Because as you said in the beginning, just because you look like this does not mean that your behavior is going to be any
Of course
better.
not. Of
So
course not.
you're going after this thinking that, oh, well, this is outside my
So
bubble.
basically,
Maybe I'll be nicer.
what they're saying is that most nice guys are unattractive. That's pretty much what they're saying.
But as you also said, attractiveness is
Subjective.
subjective
Correct.
because um what's the scenario? Sexual harassment is purely based on how attractive you are.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. It's very true. It's
So
very, very true.
certain things can get away with, or anybody can get away with, depending on how attractive you are. If
Attractive
you're,
slash charismatic. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
I mean, I get
But
away with all my sexual harassments. Just ask all the dudes that are still lining up at the door. Oh, I mean, never mind. Strike that. We're gonna edit that out, right? Okay.
yeah, yeah,
Uh,
we're fixing the post. Fixing the post.
But yeah, it's for me. I find it highly problematic for women to do this, and my issue is if you feel like you need to do this to make yourself feel better, you need to not date and find yourself first. And this is just a Dr. Man exclusive.
Oh,
I say it all the time. Fix yourself first before you start dating seriously. Because if you don't date, if you haven't fixed yourself on a serious note, you're never going to take anything seriously afterwards. It's going to be problematic, and then it's a what are they oh, it's a domino effect. I was going to say cards, little things and they fall. It's a
oh,
domino effect.
the House of Cards.
House of cards. Yep, there you
Oh,
go. House of
oh,
cards.
fancy,
So one thing
fancy.
one thing falls after the other, and the last thing you're going to do is you're going to end up chasing after every bit of piece that keeps falling, and you're never going to be able to turn around and fix the first thing. So it makes no sense. Fix yourself first before you try and figure this out, because this is not going to work. Because and
Mhm.
there's also what was it? I think it was like a comedy skit, right? Something that looked like this, right? They were in school, and the girl comes up, she's like, "Yeah, I've really been, treated mean. Everybody hates me, blah, blah, whatever." And then the girl finally like sees this guy, and he's just like, "Hey, I got attention from the pretty girl in school." And then they start dating, and then like they go home, or I'm sorry, the the skit goes to his house while he's there, and he's like killing animals. Like he's like
Damn.
a he's like
Not a taxidermist. Taxidermy?
no, not taxidermy. He's like a
Butcher.
serial, yeah, like but like not professionally. He's just like a serial crazy person. He just likes to kill animals. It's just he starts off his little craziness by killing little things. But then he goes to the school and he treats her really nice, and she's really happy. But
Yep.
like his dark
Yep.
side at home is like, what the fuck? And again, that's where being
He said
disgusting
he
looking,
said his dark side at
his dark side at
home.
home.
Don't we all have a dark side at home?
Not to that aspect. Like, but what is this?
That is hilarious. Oh my God. He's like
But
his
it's just, again,
dark
that's what I
side.
said. It doesn't matter what you're looking for. If everybody knows what they want, what they're looking for when it comes to
Yeah.
relationships, and you have to take the time to find to figure out if that person in front of you that you're one attracted to, two you actually want to,
Has a dark side at home.
yeah, has a dark side at home. You want to make sure they're not cutting
You
up squirrels.
you could never know. You could never know. It's
I'm
funny.
going. I don't give a
It's
damn.
funny.
I'm showing
But
up at
then
your
but then
house
but then here's the thing
with this
on this
hoodie.
side. If this Shreking thing really like takes off like a TikTok trend, I would say to these guys who are, whatever, I said benefit from it. Just know it. Just know that this is there and
It's gonna end.
take it for what it is. But yeah, but take it for what it is. You know, let's be real. Wouldn't you want to have a slamming hot 9 or 10 and she shreked you, right? You guys dated for 6 months, but you can point to this and be like, this was one of my ex-girlfriends. You know what I'm trying to say? Because no woman, no woman wants a man that another woman doesn't want. And
Whoa. No woman wants a man another man doesn't want? Hmm.
I got tongue twisted. Okay, I'm at home. I'm in my dark side.
It's because of that stupid shirt you're wearing. That
My
V-neck's
double
getting
shit
to
with the freaking dark side.
that V-neck is getting to your tongue.
Yes, exactly. Damn, I hate that. I wish I was wearing a different shirt. Like you guys gotta. I've been feeling bad, but you see me pulling my shirt up the entire time because it keeps slipping down. Like you're gonna see my nips. Like that's how deep this. It's not even a V anymore. It's a U. It's U neck. Okay, I don't know how old this shirt is. I don't know what happened to it, but this thing, I mean, it is deep. Jesus.
I hope after this episode you decide to like burn it or throw it
No, I'm just
away or
gonna use it
something.
as a pajama top. Like, you know what I'm saying? Actually, that's what it is. Because if you guys see I'm wearing pajamas, so it's gonna be a pajama top or something.
I'm outside your window wearing this hoodie.
I
Not your
know. It's all
window.
sketch.
Not your window. Your window.
You're Shreking in a hood, so it works. I don't know. I say just know that that you nice guys, or lesser guys. And I hate using this term. I'm using air quotes, by the way, those of you who are listening, because I don't believe in any of these terms. Just know that if a slamming hot chick is giving you some attention, know that there's a thing called shrekking out there, and you need to take your ego out of it and take it for what it is. If it can go somewhere, great. If it's just her experimenting, cool too, as long as you don't get your heart wrapped up,
Broken.
roped into it too fast, too
Yeah.
soon. Because that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get. I mean, it has happened to me at least 2 or 3 times where I was just enamored by a woman and just got roped in, and all you feel is either dumb, empty, or stupid at the end. So you want to just be very mindful of that fact that yeah, Shreking is a thing, and these little Gen Z friggin' things are freaking hilarious. You saw the one clip from that podcast with those two UK guys where she was like
Oh, it's shits and giggles?
is it yes, Shits and Giggles. Is it Shits and Giggles? Is it Shits and
Yeah.
Giggles?
Shits and gigs.
Chicks and Gigs. Okay. Basically how the guy said he found his girls. He's dating a younger girl and he finds her phone and feels that he's put in her phone as wisdom. And then he finds out from his daughter that is his friend, which is the same girl he's dating, says that, he had asked her, "Hey, how's it going?" She goes, "Yeah, it's great. I mean, I'm dating this really old fuck because, I'm so broke." And that's the reason why she was dating him. And he thought, "Oh, you're dating me because I'm giving you wisdom and I'm smart and whatever and wise for you." But no, it's just because you're old, I'm broke and you have the money, and so I'm gonna date you and deal with it. I think he said he has old balls or something like that too. Something about old balls. I'm butchering the whole skit. I'm trying to get this from my head, but stuff like that.
I'll find it and post it, don't worry.
Like, okay, so before we wrap this up, how about this? You're dating a woman, you're attracted to her, right? And you find out from your friends that she thinks you are woefully unattractive. She's dating you just because she thinks you're a nice guy, and that you're not gonna mistreat her. How would you react?
Give me a time frame. We talking about now or we talking about like 10, 20 years ago?
Is there a difference?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Because
I love
remember,
I love Hooded Mammy. I love it. I
remember,
love Hooded Mammy.
remember, I've been married for like 47 years, so
That's true. That's
I
true.
have to watch how I say things
You know what's so
because
sad is that you were so close to your 50th anniversary when you ended things. You should have just stuck it
I
out for half
know
a
I
century.
should have at least made it to 50.
You should
You
have.
know
You
what?
should have.
Maybe I'll call her back. I don't know.
That's too late. It's too late now. You can't do that now. It's too late.
But
Yeah.
I have to time matters because, since I've been married for 50 plus
Time
years,
does matter.
um I have to watch how I say it. I can't say like yesterday this happened, or 2 years ago, 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago, because
Okay.
it
Give me
could have
both
been
answers.
during my
Give me both answers.
50-year marriage. You
Give me
never know.
both. Give me both answers then. Give me young Manny in his prime when he was slapping bitches for sandwiches, and then now and post 47th year married, beaten down, curmudgeon. I hate love, Manny. Give us both answers.
Um So I would find out which friend relayed this information, slap her on and make me a sandwich.
Okay,
And
okay.
then
This is the young Manny.
now,
This is young Manny.
yeah, that's the young Manny.
Okay.
The elder Manny who hates love
The
and
elder
doesn't care
statesman.
for
Yes,
whatever.
wisdom Manny.
I would laugh and be like, I wasn't in it in the first place anyways. I wasn't even here.
Okay.
So yeah, how
So the
about
ego
that?
wouldn't be hit at all, either way.
Nah, nah. And it's not
I
because I'm
think
one of those.
I think you're just playing cool. I think you're just playing cool because you're wearing a hoodie. Because your scalp is warm. That's why. Oh, that doesn't
You
matter.
want me to take it off now?
Okay.
Let
Okay.
me. Oh shit! It's
Not until your shiny dome is getting goosebumps.
shit.
Will I expect? Will I think
Don't,
that you'd be
bro.
telling us the truth?
Yeah, yo, look at that sun. Look how clean that shit is, son. Yo,
All I see
hey.
is
Overexposure.
overexposed.
Yes, I
That's
know,
all I
because that
see.
light is on top of me. But
No, no, we're not doing that. All right. No, we're not fixing the
no, actually, listen, I've never been an egotistical kind of guy. I
Mhm,
never let my feelings get too mixed and involved unless I
mhm,
knew what was happening. So I tend to protect myself when it comes to feelings like that. So
mhm.
nah, I wouldn't
Emotionally
either
closed off.
scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either scenario wouldn't have bothered me.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah.
would have been a lot more vindictive in my younger years
Yeah.
than I
Yeah.
am now, but I would have done it on purpose.
Yeah.
Now I'm just
Yeah.
like, I don't care. Why am I wasting my energy and my
Right,
time? Like,
no, but
why?
yeah, okay, fine. That's your impression. But what would you do? Would you carry on the relationship? Would you confront the woman, or would you just try and forget it and keep on keeping on, or would you
I'd
kind of
keep on
detached?
I'd keep on keeping on. Um, you know, put more of an arm's length in between. And then, when the questions start popping up like, oh, why are you changing and why you this and why you that, I'm like, oh yeah, it's funny. I never changed. Just like you changed.
Okay, got it, got it. Well, I mean, to answer my own question, the 20s, sad sack, Mr. Simp, Captain Save-A-Ho, Jason would probably get in his feelings. I don't know, depending upon how I'm feeling. I don't know if I would confront the girl about it or I would just keep on and keep on, but be like really like mopey and sad about it, in the background because I don't know. That Jason in his 20s was going through some shit with the whole trying to be a dad and moving on with his life thing. It was just a nightmare. So I really don't know. It's a range between damn, it sucks and still being with the girl, but like knowing this is like behind your back and just like you're not attracted to me. It's like, why are you with me? And it would mess with my ego. Or depending upon where I am, I might confront and say, listen, if you're not attracted to me, like why are you with me? Kind of a thing. And kind of a thing. 'Cause I will communicate if I'm not about that whole fucking bury it down because I'm a man and not feel anything. Now, well, let's say 3 years ago, Jason. I would be like Manny. I really wouldn't care. I'd say, okay, cool story. I still have you. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not attracted to me, that's cool. Then maybe you see something else, and if and we'll date until you break up with me or it ends, whatever. I wouldn't dating up until I stopped dating became more of like a uh, it became a chore at the end. That's why I stopped. But I was dating casually. I was dating for fun, not playing games, not being a fuck boy. But there was no like I'm dating serious. I'm dating with purpose. That shit ended in my 20s because it just wasn't working out. So I'm pretty sure some of the women dated me because they thought I was a nice guy, not because they were fully attracted to me, whatever it was. As long as this didn't affect our intimacy, our communication, and our pretty much our dynamic, and that's how it's been. I'll be like, yeah, whatever. It is what it is. But it's true. I would probably also keep me a little bit of arm's length because that means that one of the fundamental aspects of a relationship, which is physical attraction, isn't there, which means that somebody that is physically attractive, that has my qualities, might be able to snap you up. So it'll keep me on guard a little bit, but nothing enough for me to be like, whatever. I probably wouldn't care, but I definitely wouldn't confront or anything like that these days because it is what it is. Nobody's perfect. Nobody likes you for 100% you, and you don't, and you actually don't know. Actually, most people don't really ever know why their partner chose them to begin with. Let's be real. So
Of
or
course not.
what? So to find out that okay, well, she didn't choose you for your looks, but chose you for other opportunities. I think that's more knowledge than not. At least I'm trying to say. Like, all right, cool. Then guess what? I can continue to be a slob, or I can let myself go. No, that's not true. But yeah. So final thoughts on Shreking, this Gen Z dating term that describes the act of dating someone that you're not attracted to because this is ridiculous. Um,
That
Final
only
thoughts.
sol that only solidifies my belief that dating today sucks and it will continue to suck and
Yeah,
get and only worse
yeah,
sucking later.
yeah.
Word suck later more.
Yep.
Um suck now, suck
It
good.
doesn't suck as much as this shirt that I'm wearing.
Doesn't suck as much as I'm about to suck. I mean, wait, what?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so I listen, like this is it's a sad state of affair that is what dating has become. There's several other topics that we're gonna eventually go over.
Yep.
Um, that with dating, other phrases like what was it, hobosexual? Um,
Yes.
it's just sad that this is the state of affair that we're currently in, that society has ruined dating, and not only has society but so has the economy. Like certain things are just being looked over because it's more of a convenience than it is an opportunity for love, and it's sad. So like I said, it solidifies my statement
Love.
that dating sucks.
Love. What's love? Can I spend it? Like, what are you talking about?
I can spend love.
Yes, I know you. I know you can. Love
I
is a
can make
commodity to you.
I can make you do stuff in the sake of love, sir.
I know that's right. That's
Uh-huh.
it. That's it.
Step
I
in
know.
the
I
name of love,
love Hooded
move
Manny.
in the name of
Love him.
love.
I mean,
I
this
think
is
I think I'm gonna go this way the whole time now. This is it. This is it. This is
that's gonna be
me.
your new thing. So I'll be wearing the ball cap, and you're gonna be wearing the hood. I got you. Get some girls in that, and just we turn this to holism. Nice. Who's a nice guy? Who's a nice guy
I'm a
podcast.
gangster guy. What's
That's
up?
right. All right.
Word.
Well, I mean, I can't really add much more to what Manny said. That's Shrek. I just thought it was a funny, innocent, not so innocent, cosmopolitan, not so cosmopolitan, Gen Z, definitely Gen Z type of concept. I love doing topics on these kind of trends because I think they're ridiculous and they're fun to talk about. Even though we were a little more serious than usually joking about it, only because it kind of like I was like, let me go back into my past, you know. And unfortunately, of the allegedly three of us, I'm the only one that has recent dating stories that can apply to this concept. Like I said, this man has been married for 55 years, and then the Joe has, who is currently married and has been currently married
Let's not talk about my 55 years of marriage, okay? Because you missed the anniversary. Okay, you missed the party, and I'm
I
over
did,
it.
but I cannot go to an anniversary of a union that I don't respect. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't do it.
Well, maybe the union didn't respect you. Okay, how about
Clearly,
that?
clearly, if it
Okay.
did respect me, it wouldn't have happened to begin with.
Well, yeah. Okay. Well, maybe.
That's
Okay.
right.
You don't know these things. I
Oh,
don't
I
know
know
these
everything. I know
things.
everything.
Well,
Okay, I know
okay. Okay.
everything. With
Okay.
that
Well,
being
I'm gonna.
said, that is a wrap for Last of the Nice Guys, the Shreking special, as we continue to avoid our 100th episode because I don't know what we're gonna do. We only have a few more of these in us before I'm gonna have to just bite the bullet and just make a 100th episode and just maybe we'll do our anniversary on like 113 or something. I don't know, but stay with us.
The
What?
funny thing is, like, this is the same thing you did with the other podcast before you reached the 100th episode,
Exactly, exactly. Now, you
and
guys
now
know.
we're pushing 200.
Yes. So if you guys know, if you guys know, I am either oh, so is Manny, of course, but I have been co-host or host and full producer of many different podcasts. And what he's referring to is Keeping Up with the Geek Bros, which if you watch that, that's another side of Manny and I, where I play Vibe and he plays Man Man. And it's just the geeky versions of what we do here on this podcast. I would say go for it because it's a different kind of there's almost no, there's no serious topics on Keeping the Geek Bros. I want to make it very clear. It's just us being stupid. So if you like the stupid
Yeah,
episodes here, then that's all Keeping the Geek Bros is. There's no introspection, there's no deep talking, there's no
it's
accountability, none of
us.
that crap. It's just
It's us. Our comedic commentary and our
correct.
satire, but we talking about stuff that we also geek about. So
Correct.
yeah.
So what he's referring to is when we were coming up on our 100th episode, I forget what was delaying it, but
I think it
oh,
was the return of Juan or something, Juancho or something. You're trying to get,
correct.
and then you were trying
Correct.
to get everybody involved.
Right.
And I slid into your DMs, you know what I'm
Correct.
saying? And you
Correct.
was like, "Yo, come on, son," and I was like, "Yeah, I'll be there."
Well, no, that wasn't the 100th episode. The
Yes,
100th that wasn't the 100th episode. That
yes, it was.
was it?
Yes. Because that was the first Council of Men episode 2, episode 22 of this
You're
one.
right. You're right.
It
You're
was my
right. You're
first,
right.
my first
I'm
ever,
mixing up.
my
Yeah,
first ever.
yeah. I'm mixing
And then
up.
and then I got arrested that night. But we don't talk about
Yes,
that.
yes, we don't talk about that, which is funny. 'Cause I to this day I'm like, can you imagine doing that amazing thing and then being anyway. But no, yeah. No, I'm mixing up our anniversary special where we did it at 10th Level Tavern with that. You're right. It was to I was delaying it because I was trying to get the original host of the podcast to come back um to for this episode and then gathering. It was eight of us, right?
Yeah.
It was eight of us. And I was like, you know what? I got eight of us on this 100th episode. It's amazing. It was done on Zoom, and I also slipped in, that's what she said, a Last of the Nice Guys topic in there, and then I clipped it and made it a Last of the Nice Guys episode as well. That was about reciprocity. It was about reciprocation, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It was about reciprocation
Yeah.
and you know the fools on there were like,
It
oh,
was
yeah.
reciprocation and what the hell is it? Is chivalry dying or dead or
Is
something
chivalry
like that?
dead? Yes, is chivalry dead? And then yes, and I said yes. You're right. It was about chivalry, and is it dead? So that was actually a pretty good episode. If you want to hear one where it's like, I wouldn't say chaos, but it's like you have more than two or three voices. That's the only episode that we have that
With so
has
many people on
so
there.
many people on it. And that's the thing is that how do you top that? You know, for your 100th
You do
episode.
more.
You don't do more. You bring on your first female or females plural guests and have like a little debate. That's how you top that with a 100
Or
episode.
or
That's what I'm
or
working
you
on.
bring your first female and then the other guy dressed as another female. That'd be new.
I don't like hooded Manny anymore. Just throwing that out there. That being said, we're still working on the 100th episode. We're still working with schedules. The 100th episode is coming soon. The real reason why is because I don't want to do it on Zoom. I want it in person. So that's you got Joe in New York. You got Manny. You've got Manny, and then I'm here in South Florida. So, so it's hard to schedule. So I'm trying to schedule so I can get it in person. And then I've made a decision, executive decision, that it's going to be that fabled Battle of the Sexes that I've been talking about 50 episodes ago. We're going to get that. So there's going to be, it depends on how many women we get. If we get, and it has to be in person. So if we get one woman, it'll be like a debate, like a presidential debate. She'll be the moderator. She'll ask the three of us questions that we have to answer honestly. If we get two women, the two women will debate two sides of one topic. The topic being it's easier for women to date than it is for men. That's still going to be that topic. And it'll be two women on one side, Joe and Manny on the other side, and I'll moderate. And if it's three, same topic, and then all three of us will be debating the other three. So we'll see what happens. But I already have a plan. That's what it is. I'm pretty sure I've confirmed one woman who can do at least the 1-on-3 debate, but we'll see. But it's all about scheduling. But just know I'm working on it. I'm not delaying it for delaying it. I have a vision, and I want this vision to go through. So I hope you guys respect that. Manny,
I don't.
fantastic. That's it for Last of the Nice Guys podcast, and thank you for your time. I don't know where this thing stops the recording. There it is. Oh.
The Last of the Nice Guys. Follow, like, and subscribe on Twitter and Instagram at Last Nice Guys, Facebook.com/Last Nice Guys, or email lastoftheniceguys@yahoo.com.